Hi, welcome to Insider Yachting. This is the full-length review of this 68 Lazzara. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, then get yourselves over to insideryachting.com. That's where you can request more information about this boat. We already have what's called a yacht pack created for this, and that gives you all the photographs, all the descriptions, the specifications, plus some pricing analysis and some insider insights into this and some other comparable boats. So get yourselves over to insideryachting.com. If you're already there, then you'll notice over to the right hand side there's the yacht pack request button. That's where you get more information about this or any other boat that's already for sale on the market, as we've created these yacht packs for every boat that is listed for sale. So click on that button, leave us your name, the best email address for you, and the name of the boat that you're interested in, and we'll get that off to you right away. So let's take a look at this 68 Lazzara. It's the Flybridge version. It has the fixed bimini top, as you can see there. Has a reputation of looking a little bit like a beluga whale, but a very popular model down here in South Florida, predominantly because it has high occupancy, large interior volume, some nice exterior deck spaces. But look at that draft there, 4 feet 2 inches, so perfect for going around the Keys or the Bahamas. Very, very popular boat here in South Florida. Launched in 2005. They're currently asking $1.7 million. It's in Virginia. The boat has, throughout its life, spent considerable amount of time down here in South Florida. 68 feet long, 18 feet 2 inches is the beam. It has 4 cabins plus a media room. Quite often that media room is used as a 5th cabin in the larger versions of this boat. So let's take a look at some of the photographs here. Now, typically Lazzaras of this heritage, of this age range, are usually a lot more traditional on the interior. They usually are a lot heavier on the woods, some richer woods with more sort of classical furniture and soft goods on the interior. Here, this is a little bit more contemporary, certainly on the progressive side to that contemporary look. So it actually gives the boat a bit of a bigger feel on the interior and a bit more open plan. It's a very nice interior as far as I'm concerned. Unfortunately, when these photographs were taken, they did have the blinds down, so you don't get the full effect of the large windows that are on the port and starboard side that actually run all the way around the front of the boat, including the aft with the large glass sliding doors. You really get a great feel for their sort of exterior coming into the inside of this boat. So a nice big flat screen TV there, nice dining area, some freestanding sort of love seats and individual chairs there. Moving forwards into the country style kitchen, nice granite countertops. You can see these huge forward slanting windows that just flood this entire area with natural sunlight. So you can imagine being out at an anchorage and having all the blinds open. It really gives you a nice feel for being out and on the water. As is with lots of ranches and most homes, the kitchen or the galley is where most people spend their time, which is why these country style kitchens are so popular over here in the States. It's more of an American layout than a European layout. European has a bit more of a service, a bit more of a formal orientated design and layout to the boats. But here, very social, very open, nice little breakfast nook there, the central island. They do have some upgraded stainless steel appliances throughout this galley, so we'll see those in the specifications and the list of equipment later on. This does have an on-deck day head, which is nice in this size range. Majority of the boats in the 70-foot range won't have an on-deck head. They'll have a head down on the accommodation level or the cabin level, which will double as the ensuite to a twin, and we'll have a second door to that bathroom, which can double as the ensuite. But nice to have this separate head up on this upper level. Moving down into the guest cabins, nice full beam master cabin here. We can see it has a vanity one side, nice sofa on the other. You have these large hull side windows that really flood this lower area with sunlight. Again, those blinds are down, so we can't really see that. Nice ensuite head to the master cabin, double vanity there. It also has a fairly large shower stroke bathtub, so it's quite rare to have a bath on this size boat, but I think there's a photograph of it a little later on. It's actually quite a large tub, so those of you that enjoy soaking, this is probably a great option for you. They use lots of nice cream granite and tiles. This has a marble floor, and up and around that bathtub is all marble as well, so it really sort of lightens this area. Also gives it a nice luxurious feeling as well. And you can see the finishes to the wall. They've got some leather finish to the wall, as well as some nice deep veneers there too, and it's sort of toned down with the creams of the carpet and the bedspreads there as well. Now, you would have noticed on the exterior profile to the boat there were two separate sort of oval shaped window sections along the hull. The the aft ones were for this full beam master cabin that we can see on the left hand side there. The other two, the forward two, were for the two VIP cabins. Now, these aren't queen size beds, but they are large doubles, so there's one on the port, one on the starboard. They call them the port and starboard VIP, and they also have these large portholes or oval shaped hull side windows. These cabins are en suite, so they have the same sort of fit and finish and feel that the master cabin does, so you don't feel like you're in sort of a substandard cabin, not being in that master suite. So this is the other side. This is the starboard side that we can see at the top on the left hand side there. In the head, they've just got the one photograph there that's at the bottom. That'll be identical on the port and starboard side, so you can get a good feel for that there. No tub in these cabins, just a shower, but plenty big enough for showers in these VIP cabins. Now, the forward cabin, the bow cabin, is the photograph that we see at the top on the right hand side. Nice bunks there. It's works well as a nanny's cabin. If you've got a nanny on board with the kids, this is quite often where they get put. They don't have a photograph of the media room here, but it is just aft of this forward cabin. There's a sofa there with a fold-out desk. Also has a big flat screen TV in there as well. All of these cabins have TVs in them too. You can see the port and starboard VIPs. You can just see that in the top photograph on the left-hand side there. So nice open foyer. You can see that at the bottom on the right, and that sort of backs onto this this media room that they don't have the photograph of. There's a laundry down here as well, and the lower photograph on the left, that's just photographing the lower helm. So moving up to the upper helm, you can see on the right hand side, most of the equipment is doubled up and identical from the top to the bottom. They have a lot of Simrad equipment for the autopilots and the chart plotters. I think they have some Garmin equipment up here at the top as well. So very well equipped boat. They have the CAT engine monitoring screens up here as well as downstairs. They also have the NIAD stabilizer screens on both of these helm stations too. The boat does have the Caterpillar C18s, great fuel efficient engines if you're looking to cruise a little further afield too. So up onto the Flybridge, it isn't teak up here. The lower exterior deck is teak, but up here it's more about ease of maintenance, so they've just got that non-skid finish. Port and starboard teak veneer tables, the varnish tables, so lots of seating room up here. Just the two helm chairs up forwards, and then back aft they have lots and lots of lounge space. They've also got ice makers, refrigerators up here, so plenty of room to sit out, relax, and watch the world go by. Top photograph on the left there, that's of the lower deck. You can see it's teak. They have access to the engine room from the aft and from the deck up here as well. The other photographs, they're all engineering spaces. Very, very clean and very large engineering spaces on these Lazzaras. They've never had issues with overheating on these versions that have the two main engines and the shaft drives. With the newer models, certainly their LSX models, that engine room gets a lot smaller, and they actually put multiple engines in there. They have the Volvo Penta engines that are connected to the Azipod drives, and they have been problematic in the past to get them to work correctly, but having those Azipods is quite often worthwhile having those, and owners will put up with the extra maintenance of having doubled up on all of their engines, just to have that maneuverability of the pods. So a couple of other photographs here to finish it off. They do have a jet tender on board that goes into the aft garage, that slides back off of rollers, and there's a winch that clips onto the front cleat of the tender and sort of hoists it back up on those rollers once you're putting it back to bed. But a very, very clean boat there. On that photograph on the left, you can see the two oval sections of those windows. They're the windows that we saw in the master cabin and the port and starboard VIP, and you can get a good overall feel for the amount of windows that are all throughout the house on this boat. So it really allows a lot of light to flow in. Now the right up here, there isn't a huge sort of descriptions of the area. The broker who put this listing together just bullet pointed the individual sort of highlights of each area, so I won't linger on these too much. As I said earlier on, get the yacht pack. All of this information will be in there, and you can read through it at your own speed. So I'll just touch on some of the main specs here. Launched in 2005, has the twin Caterpillar C18s. They run at around 1,000 horsepower. These engines have about 1,400 hours on them, which is very low usage for the age of the boat. Coming on 9 years now, coming on 10 years now. Cruising speed 24 knots, top end speed is 28. Has the 4 cabins, also has that media room in there as well. Draft, very shallow draft at 4 feet 2 inches. Nice beam of 18 feet 2 inches for the overall length. Nice fuel capacity, water capacity. It does have water makers on board, and these Caterpillar C18s are very, very fuel efficient. So asking price $1.7 million is pretty competitive now for the overall quality of the boat and its current condition as well. It's been very lightly used, and you can see that throughout the interior. So looking at some of these bullet points here, it details everything that's in the salon. You can see some of those upgraded appliances in the galley there, lots of KitchenAid equipment. They have the trash compactor, dishwasher, convection oven, nice grilled hob top on there as well. They also have a grill up on the Flybridge as well. Dayhead up on that main deck area, which isn't commonly seen on a boat of this size. So for people that are looking for that feature, you really narrow your options down to which models and which manufacturers you're looking at, because not all of them will give you that on-deck dayhead in this size range. Master stateroom and master head, we saw that nice marble finishes and granite countertops throughout the country style kitchen as well. VIP port and starboard, we saw those. They have the large double berths in them, both en suite, both with TVs in there as well. The forward cabin is great for nannies, great for just packing the kids up forwards. They can have access to that media cabin with the fold-out desk. They can set up their Xbox and games consoles up there as well. The Helm stations, it details the equipment that's there. We saw the stabilizer readouts, the digital displays for the Cat C18s, as well as the autopilots, the chart plotters, the radar equipment is all repeated from the lower station up to that the upper Flybridge station as well. So we see here details, bits of equipment that's fitted into the engine room. Does have the water maker. We see the hours and the horsepower of the C18s there. Very low usage at 1,400 hours. Has a nice workbench in the engine room there as well. And like you saw, it's very large, very open, so you don't get any problems with ventilation not circulating the hot air through there as well. Finally, the Nautica jet tender, we see the launching system on those rollers in and out of that aft garage. So that's it for this 68 Lazzara. The yacht pack is already created, ready to go. Request that from InsideYachting.com. It's over on the right hand side on that Yacht Pack request button. We have 2 other boats for you this week, both great options for liverboards. Very different from each other, very different from this Lazzara, but popular in their own right. So click on the other reviews. If you're on Insider Yachting, then you'll see them down below, and if you're on YouTube, then you should see them listed on the right hand side here as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.